It's fine. It's close enough. So anyways, like we were saying, generally the older generation is more hesitant to jump on board with what the millennial generation is doing. And it's not, I mean, that's not a complete, that everybody in the previous generation is.
Yeah, there's certainly a lot on board. There's always going to be supporters no matter
right,
what.
Regardless. It's just about perspective, like how you see the technology, how you see it can be used for you, how you see, you know, the benefits of it, rather versus like, oh no, this is something new, I don't like it because it's new and it's not something I'm used to. So it's just about perspective, and yeah, that still happens in this generation of people who don't like technology.
Yeah. Well, you got your hipsters and
right, and people who intentionally do that. But I mean, there's people who aren't really technologically literate.
Correct.
I don't know. I feel like I was lucky enough to have, you know, computers at school where I was able to kind of play with them and at least know what's up. It's like we got a new system at work, and it's an online system, and it's fucking baddie. It's real basic.
Is it a POS system or?
It's not a POS system. It's like back office. They kind of gives you like your trainings and stuff like that. It's super simple. Super simple. It's just it's easy to understand. It's nothing difficult by any means. But, you know, my manager was kind of going over it, like, asking me if I understood, and it's just like, I understood the second we got onto this page how this thing works. Like, that, it wasn't, you know, I'm not bragging or anything, but, like, that's not what I'm trying to say. It's just that, you know, things get easier the more experience with it. Like, once you see it, you kind of like, all right, cool, 80-20, I'll figure it out, and then you show me that 20, and then we're good to go. Like, you just kind of have to give me that 20, and it's easy.
That's how it's been for me, too, just... Definitely having that computer knowledge and background, it's just that alone takes care of the 80. I think just because so much more computer use is in most jobs now more than ever.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So like, as long as you just know your general computer usage, that's like
right.
that 80 right there. So the 20 is just
the specifics of that position or what they want you to be doing, or that 20% is just, you know, the specifics of something. But the bones, the meat and potatoes of it. Easy. Been doing it since 3rd grade.
I know.
That's crazy. And again, 3rd grade for us is something that was involved with a lot of computers, and you know, I even remember having a computer class. But 3rd grade, shit, 30 years ago was a whole other realm. It's a whole other reality.
They were still using
sticks and rocks and shit.
You know the math compass, you put the little pencil in there.
I still don't know how to use that thing.
You never knew how to use the compass?
No, I don't know how to use that thing.
That thing is so funny.
But or an abacus. I never used an abacus.
Oh man, that's old school math.
That's China math.
Yeah, but it's just crazy. Like when you talk about 3rd grade and stuff like that, you know, I'm just thinking looking into the depth of technology is just everything just kind of swooped our way as we went to school. But like, what was so cool is we were at a time when floppy disks were still used. Right. We were at the end phase of a floppy disk.
Right. We were, and probably even the beginning of it. I don't know.
No, floppy disks were around at least in the 80s.
That.
At least in the 80s they existed, but like. I just remember having that floppy disk thinking, oh crap, this thing's cool. And then a year later, it's
outdated
CDs.
Yeah, CD-ROMs, compressed discs.
And then the first USB stick, like whoa.
With the whole gig, one gig.
Like 1 gigabyte, you rule the world.
Fucking Christ, there's like 60 gig flash drives now. Terabytes.
There's terabytes now.
There's terabyte flash drives?
Yes.
Jeez. That's crazy.
No, the craziest thing is just that I've told you before the whole
Sony cassette.
Yes, the whole R&D, they got bored and made like a 2 terabyte cassette tape. Can you imagine?
Can you even fathom?
You time travel back with the 2 terabyte cassette tape, and you know how like
melt faces off.
Exactly. Like you know how they would put in the tapes in the players and record them, so like they could record the songs playing,
right? And
that'd be their mixtapes,
right.
2 terabytes,
2 terabytes of that, dude. Every song ever created since from 1995, all of them, any station, just put it on there.
You just put it on there and you just keep it going.
You still have a whole terabyte .75.
Exactly. You're just like you would just be like a god going back in time with that thing alone.
Can't even mess with it.
All the women would come right at you.
Right, they just throw them panties at you.
Let me see that mixtape.
The mixtape is the fiercest. I mean, and then 20 years from now, everything we have is going to be outdated, old and busted. It's going to be video games are going to be holograms that are fighting. It's going to be Mortal Kombat, but Mortal Kombat 12, where, Scorpion and Sub-Zero are on your tabletop and they're beating the hell out of each other. Because that's where technology is right now. You want better graphics, you got a fucking hologram of these two guys beating the crap out of each other.
All I can say is I've always been waiting for holograms for the use of, I'll go back to Yu-Gi-Oh cards, man.
You just have, that'd be tight.
Yu-Gi-Oh duels on the holograms?
Yu-Gi-Oh duels and just have monsters beating the crap out of each other, that'd be where it's at. Absolutely.
I remember when the damn handheld thing came out. I remember when that came out, I thought for a second holograms were going to be a real thing, and we were still just
disappointed is what we got.
It was all for BS.
Yeah, dude. It was Cartoon Network and 4 kids trying to make their money.
Pretty much.
Because, Cartoon Network only makes money if they're selling toys. That's why a lot of things get canceled. Teen Titans.
Teen Titans Go.
Teen Titans Go is not terrible.
It's not, but you can't use the same kind of the same property and the same look.
Right, completely right
what
after.
What was awesome about the original Teen Titans show, and then
Teen Titans Go is so aware that it's trash now that there's an episode talking about how trash they are.
Really?
Yeah. And with clips of old Teen Titans.
Wow.
So they broke all of the walls.
They took
the 4th wall right out, and they were looking right in the 5th. They're just like, whoa. So yeah, that's an episode where like the Control Master, whatever the hell his name is like, well, you guys used to stand for something. You guys used to be, you were strong because you went through hardships, and you're just fucking shitting all over them. And with their nasty graphics that they had.
But yeah, I would say definitely just thinking of all that stuff and just seeing where we've come and.
Oh yeah, I mean it's not scary. Well, because again, with these technological advances, you would assume that we would be in a much better state as a whole. And that's not exactly the truth.
It's not like these were supposed to bring us all together, which that's the purpose, and it didn't.
And then cyberbullying became a thing. And hell, today, fuck, dude,
cyberbullying became a thing the minute MySpace was invented.
Oh, absolutely. So it's just
let's not forget the top 10 friends list. Do you remember how that was like? You had your ranking of.
I didn't have a MySpace. I didn't get anything till Facebook after high school.
Dude, there was nothing worse of cyberbullying than having your MySpace, and you had your top 10 or top 12, I think it went up to, and. If your best friend ever did not have you at number 1.
That was it.
That was it, man. That was it.
That was the initial start of bullying.
Exactly.
Cyberbullying. No, I mean, again, today I had a customer come in and he showed us a video of this 15-year-old kid getting his head cut off. So it's just like, okay. In the Mexico cartels, yeah, he was a recruiter for the whatever gang or whatever, and they caught him. And so they had to make a point. So you get stuff like that using technology, and damn, damn.
I think the biggest thing we'll take out of this video, this episode, is just how, with the whole millennials in the workforce thing,
right,
is just the big central point is technology.
Absolutely.
That's become the big central point. Before, technology was used to assist.
Right. No, it's it's the thing.
Because you had your for instance, you had miners with their factory machines or big dump trucks, whatever. Right. They were assisting, but they had no further purpose than what they were. And now you can have a computer do whatever the fuck you want.
Robot tractors. Hell, you seen Logan with the smart trucks, or those trucks that drive themselves?
Semis that they don't ever stop, and it's just a bullet coming right at us.
I think it's terrifying, but that's sure as hell a thing. Dude, that's a couple of years from now. It won't be much longer. Hell, what's his name? They made the Facebook AI. Yeah. And they made its own coded language. Terrifying.
Because shit.
Actually, with that being said, I'll pose a question for you. What would be more terrifying? A reality in which we hesitantly coexist with a completely robotic civilization with its own intelligence, or a realm in which we aren't really the dominant species. We live within the food chain of that reality. There's big fucking not they're probably dinosaurs. We're within that kind of realm of those possibilities. The ocean has a fucking megalodons and shit like that still.
Just don't remind me.
Yeah, or there's giant carnivorous pigs that are the size of horses, stuff like that. what is a more terrifying reality of where there's an artificial intelligence that really doesn't really care about you, knows you're inefficient, or live sort of within the land and like become part of the environment that you're in? Because technology allows us to kind of separate ourselves from the environment. It really gives us the ability to kind of have air conditioning. It's air conditioning technology, and so it's just, I was thinking of it today. I was looking at all these weird creatures that are extinct now, but no one really talks about them. And there was a carnivorous pig that was about the size of a horse, and its tusks came out the side.
That sounds like Bebop.
Yeah, pretty much pure Bebop without the accent.
Yeah, for sure. It's crazy to think where our lives will take us in the future, and where our generation will, what mark our generation will leave on this system.
I really hope it's one of shaking the old ways.
I think it has. I think that's what I'm saying. I think we're in the middle of that.
Right.
And I think in our middle-aged time, we'll see that silver lining come to play.
Right. I think we're between 2 points. We're in that line in the middle, but we're towards the end point. I'm truly feel that we're going to come to a point where it's going to be more of a, where do you want to go? Do you want to go more towards a technological reality where people are, have implants that will help them see better at night, but you also can abuse such abilities? And
well, isn't there some article coming out about that? Like some company putting chips in people? Or,
oh yeah, in like Wisconsin or some shit that allows you. They put the chip in your hand and then you can like scan it for fucking Doritos or whatever.
Dude, you ever seen that?
Get out of my face.
Thinking of that, you ever seen that movie, The Balco Experiment? Balco Experiment came out like a couple months ago. And several good notable.
Yes, where they're in the office,
kind of like the raid
and they
field.
close it.
Yeah, it's like battle royale.
Battle royale mixed with
the raid, basically.
Yeah.
That kind of gratuitous violence.
Yeah,
dude, that's exactly what it is. It's all one big social experiment.
The chips.
Mm-hmm.
You think so? Well, I mean, if you can get people.
The social experiment is just what you do when you put a bunch of people that are generally non-threatening, violent.
Oh, you're talking about the movie?
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about the chip.
Oh, but the chip thing itself as well.
That's absolutely a social experiment. No, I mean, they can threaten you by saying, you know what? If you keep doing this, we'll turn your chip off. You won't be able to enter the building anymore. Threaten you with this fucking thing that's implanted in your fucking head. Like, dude, that shit is. We are one step closer to complete one world government with shit like that. Hell, I was watching Elementary with Lucy Liu, that show, and it was a subtle joke. It was very low-handed. It was more of a sentence than anything. But if you were not paying attention, right by you, right? The episode is they have to call a bunch of people in that were on jury duty once, right? So they call them in. They're like, hey, there's been an incident. We're gonna need you to get back, right? So they call there's like 12 people in this room, right? And Sherlock Holmes walks in, and they need to get a blood sample from everybody. And what he says is basically, since you've already shown that that you're law-abiding citizens and that you are doing your judicial service to the state, you won't be like abhorrent to giving us blood. In other words, since you've already been so fucking brainwashed that, at a moment's notice to drop everything you're doing to come help the state, come help the corporations, you won't mind if we infringe upon your rights just a little bit more, because you've done it once. We'll do it again. So I think with that, we're gonna end this video. We'll put it as a 2-part series, and we'll just call it a day.
For sure.
Yeah, because this is a strong topic.
It is a very strong topic. But again, please comments. We will talk about what you guys want to talk about. Right. Again, I think I could stress that enough.
Yeah, I want to have some. I want to see some comments. I'll comment back on the actual comment things. We can start a conversation. Keep it positive. If you need to be negative, it's in your blood. I guess we'll allow it, but try to keep it positive. With that being said, almost cool guys out.
Later.